Oes yn ysym y maset saton. Oes a bydd begod yn sal wilchwm. Sal wilit dyb tawa. Wyn am o'ch o'n gea dyd. Ded wala dydi i dyd. Sal ap lahib dyd. En sgil hon. Yn neem wala wstawn aliach dyd. Wyn nach eich dyd. Wyn her chaniad chwm, chaniad chwm lam. Ym le program dydydd. Gwylch iedd. Sgit lam. In nach neem aliach Dr. Suzuki. As chael wyth bach hynny zoc. Gwydym yn beischwm. Gwydym gam yn rhaugwm gan dy bnisyn. Cyr as chael haleels. Gwydym rhaun chaleelswm. Wala dydi edid. Dim wala oxied. I really want to thank everybody for this afternoon, this day. I really thank our neighbors, Sen, our neighbors, Utoten, Namox, for being here for us today, to join us. And many friends that support us, that provide resources, to help continue to implement our daket, our authority as Indigenous people, as Gigsan people, to continue to exercise our ayok. It's about exercise. It's about finding space for ayok to do the things that we want to do on our land. All those things, those nice things we hear about the United Nations Declaration or the articles, whether it be Article 27, 25, talks about Indigenous people have a right to protect their lands and resources. We are doing it. I really want to thank all our staff, Joel and Mark, Kevin, and especially Tara. She really takes the lead in coming back to all the chiefs and looking at options. How do we do this? And the best option that we picked is let's just do it. We can't wait around for government or wait for them to catch up. It's about the future of our people. Yesterday I drove up. I live in Kibunga. I drove up. When I get to a place between the boundary between Kibunga and Gitniao, and I always remember, here we are at Sanizok, where I'm now entering Gitniao territory. The names of the mountains on one side, the creek, and who owns it? It's still all intact. And when I listen to the song that they just sang, the second last one, I had a grandfather, his name was Laut. He was born in about 1892. He was born here at Lachanzak. He was the son of Wilit. When I got back from high school and the boarding home program in the mid-70s, I used to go and visit him all the time. We just talk about who we were as Gitxsan, the house system, the law, and with that we need to continue with it. And he always sang that song, that second last one. It was a song that when they made a treaty about 160 years ago, in 1861, right at this spot, with our neighbors to the north, that transferred this land to Willet and to Tawa. And that song he heard is continuing proof that it is Willet and that they belong here. It was so amazing, sitting there on the block, remembering about my grandfather. He was almost 100 when he passed. And again, listening to Joel talk up front, why? Looking at the options, listening to Tara, Mark, Kevin, and others, of how we now, as young, smart, educated, Gitxsan, non-Indigenous people, that we can now use Gitxsan science blended with Western science and develop modern tools of how we continue to exercise and protect our lands and our resources, our water, the air, the soils. We can do it, and we are doing it. You know, I heard David Suzuki talk about a couple of months ago. I liked what he said near the end. He said, I don't really give a damn anymore. I'm past my best before date and really don't give a damn. I really, I admire that. Same with me. I've been with Gitniao for 3.5 decades. And we're going to continue to build a young team. Team with Joel, Tara, and many others that will begin to transfer to them the responsibilities that we inherited from Jeeth and Yep. And yesterday I traveled up with a friend. And she is now working in the Prince George School District. She's now the acting superintendent there, a really senior high position in a big school district. And again, we chatted again today. She's standing in the back there with an orange dress, Pam Spooner in the back. And as you begin to, where do we go from here? And listening to Wilpsawaksa and what they learned when they come here, to following traditional law, to asking permission from Willet, to spend time here, to learn about the land. I think about all these things that Mark, Tara, Joel, Kevin, Megan, others that work for us. I think about it a lot. What are we going to do with it? All the information and preparing for a title case in about a year, expert reports. And I totally believe that continuing to move forward that we begin to sort this information out, to build it into our schools, into the elementary schools, into the secondary schools. Learn about Gitxsan signs, Western signs. Develop courses in Ayok, our own Ayok. Sustainable fishery, just what is happening, and use the territory as a classroom. That's the future. That will be the only way, as we have been doing in the Metlakatla Indigenous Protected Area for the last few years. Just doing it. It's working. In the last, as Mark was saying, working with our neighbors, with DFO, we're able to, as they make their plans, to let them know what we want of how fishery will be managed. It's not based on forecasts, it's based on real data. Not in early June, but in late June or early July. That's why we have now exceeded 160,000 sockeye count, just down below there, for 3 years now. And it was over 300,000 counting the other day. And we can continue, and we will participate in how we enjoy our economic right to be able to benefit economically from the salmon in a sustainable way. So I really want to thank all of you for being here. The funders, the people that support us, people like, just amazed to see a good friend last night, Jessica Clogg, a lawyer working for West Coast Environmental Law. When I met her, I think she said 16 years ago, to how to take Gitxsan law and put it on paper, to partition our territory, to capture what the Simgigit, our elders, our chiefs were saying, and we did it. We did it. And now we're able to enjoy that over 51% of the Gitxsan Lahip protected and with good data, good sound Gitxsan and Western signs. And that's a great day. One great chief amongst our in Gitniao, I always never forget him, the late Solomon Marsden. I'm not out. He always talked about law, Ayok, over and over and over. And he was a witness in the Delgamuukw Gistewe case. That was his only function, to be on the stand for an entire week of how it works, what we can do with it. And that's ever so proud moment. And I always think about it. What would he say today? What would Solomon say today? I think you only have one word. Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson. And I never forget spending a lot of time with my grandfather, Laut. And for today, I was thinking about it. He said to me, after many years, he pointed right at me, he's blind. He said, you watch one day, our Ayok is going to be in the white man's law. It'll really be a small light. It'll begin to glow, flicker, it may look like it was going out, but one day it'll glitter in their supreme law. And that's what we have today. So thank you very much for all of you for being here today. Thank